I'm here finally with Carolyn Dawn Johnston. She's back for the CCMAs this weekend. It's been a couple of years. It's been 22 years since your debut album, Room with a View, came out. The Girls Night Out tour, which included Martina McBride. And recently, just last week, I believe, you were back on tour with her again.
Yes, I've been out with Martina, singing backgrounds, playing guitar for her, as well as opening for her. I have actually worked for Martina, believe it or not, 24 years off and on. So she's a great friend. She's obviously one of the best artists that's ever been out there. I feel very blessed to work with her. I will work with her as much as possible until I can't anymore, because that's family to me. That's home. I love her music. I love her. So yeah, I've been back out there and having a good time.
It's great. In 2001, you also took home 5 CCMA awards. How did that feel, receiving that right off the bat?
It was pretty shocking, actually. I was not expecting that. I had gotten a lot of nominations, had a really big year. The stars aligned. That's the only way you can kind of put it. It's like you do the work, you cannot determine what the outcome's going to be. And when I got into this business, it was not about the awards. People always say that. It's actually true. However, when I was a little girl, I did actually visualize me standing up on the stage. I wished, but that's not why I did it. I just felt like I saw that was maybe in my future. I don't know. So when that happened, it was an overwhelming night. Of course, as you know, it's not just about me. I have a huge team of people that were part of that helped carry me and allow me to be myself and allow me to be the artist that I was, and allowed me to make the music I made, which ended up translating to the audience. So
Definitely. What's it like now, 22 years later?
the love of music still has not gone away. It is so deep within me. It's in my toes and my knees and everywhere. I'm making new music right now, and I'm so excited to get it out. Life brings things, and I write about them, and not everything is autobiographical when I write music, but since I was very young, I was always someone who found music to be some sort of therapy. I feel like it's therapy for me. I feel like it's therapy for my audience. I love it when they come to me and say, that song, or, oh my goodness, you made me cry tonight, or, yeah, you know, me and my husband, we crank that song all the time. I love sharing that musical part of me. When I was growing up, music was what propelled me through situations. And I feel like it's my job to do that for other people too, and love it while I do it.
Great answer. I also saw a few months ago you joined Winona for that Judd's tour, which is pretty emotional because we didn't know if that was actually going to go on. And then to be part of that, what was that like, and how was Winona during that time?
Winona was amazing during the Judd's final tour, which when that was announced, I was talking to Martina and I said, oh my goodness, you're on that whole Judd's tour. I will make that happen. Let's go do this. So we were all excited about that happening. And then the unfortunate circumstance of Naomi, which happened on my birthday, actually. So I'll never forget that. So that was sad. I grew up on the Judds. I sang a lot of their songs. I cannot tell you how many times I sang Grandpa, Mama, He's Crazy. And then I won a contest with a friend singing Why Not Me. We went to the Calgary Stampede. We lost there. But we went there with Why Not Me. And 36 years later, at the end of the tour, Winona invited me to come up at the very final encore and sing with her, Martina, Brandy Carlisle, Tanya Tucker. Oh my goodness. Overwhelming. I found out about 2 songs before I went out there. And when I went out there, she turned to me and goes, you want the first verse? And I was like, okay. I just nodded like, yep. And so I started the first verse. I'm getting chills right now thinking about it. 36 years later, after singing all those songs, Winona invites me to sing that song with her. So I always want to say to people out there, like, keep dreaming, keep thinking. You never know. And you don't know when the universe is going to, like, move things in your favor and do something special for you. And that was a special night. So Winona is an amazing person. She's been through a lot of adversity herself. She's a very caring individual. And we had a great time on that tour. We were all pretty sad when it was over.
I bet. I've got a pretty interesting Naomi memory of myself. I've only been to Nashville once, and it was during CMA Fest, and Winona came out during Trace's honky tonk badonkadonk, wiggled her butt, and then ran back off stage. Yeah, so I remember that. That was great.
Got a sense of humor. And I will say, you know, that tour, her mom obviously was not there, but the presence was there. And each night she had different guests come out and sing Naomi's parts on the Judd songs. And it was a very, very healing tour, not only for her, but it was for all of us, because that's how we really knew them together, even though Winona had her separate career. It closed the chapter, so it was a big moment in time. Very thankful.
Well, you've got lots of good messages and very inspirational. And I know you've been doing a lot of work with some younger artists from Canada that go down to Nashville. You've been working with them. I know I've seen you with Tegan. I've seen you with Tyler Joe Miller. And you just put out a song with him. How did that happen with you and Tyler?
Because of Danik Dupel, who's producing him. And I actually have like a little suite that sometimes I let people stay in. And Tyler had stayed there, so we had met. And then, months and months, or maybe even a few years later, Danik asked if I'd be willing to come in and sing some harmony. I was like, of course, I think Tyler's so awesome. He's a sweetheart, too. Went in, loved the song, sang on it. It was just going to be a harmony. Then they ended up coming to me and saying, can we feature you on this? We love it so much. And I was like, yes, you can, and thank you.
Before I let you go, you've been doing some work behind the scenes on your own stuff. What can you give us a little teaser about what we can expect?
Well, thank you for asking. Yes, I am making some new music. I've been working on it for probably about a year and a half, maybe a little more than that. We all went through that crazy time in life. During that time, I just realized, you know what? We are not given 100% certainty that tomorrow is. You should know that, but it kind of just sort of hit me in the face. And I was like, I need to make some music. I've been wanting to do this for years. So I just put one foot in front of the other. Fast forward, making some music I love. Some of these songs I've had around for a while that I wanted to get out to everybody. And there's a few new things on there, so it's this combination. There's a couple special things on there that I can't actually talk about right now. But the first song is called Roadblocks. It sounds literal. It's like the roadblocks, your car, you like bust through them, but it's really got a much deeper meaning than that. It's like you get all these roadblocks in your life, and it's like, you know what? I got to go through those. And so hopefully it'll inspire everybody and make them want to crank it up. It's a really fun song for me coming back out with some new music. It's just saying, I'm ready to come through and play some more music for you all.
Well, very excited to see what you've got in store, and that song sounds great. And thanks so much for hanging out and chatting with me.